Alright guys, welcome back for part 2 of this lesson dealing with 22.1, our surface area and volume. We here are on the got it now, we're on the back side of your paper. So go ahead and pause the video. I'm actually going to orient my board really fast because as I started trying to write, it was not cooperating. So go ahead and pause the video, try to solve the got it, and then come back for the answer. So one of the first things that we see up here is that it tells me this is a cube. So we know that since it's a cube, we can use our special cube formula. So the combined surface area of a cube is going to be 6 times that edge length squared. So we can plug all that in to say 6 times my edge length, 3/4 squared. And because my 3/4 is going to get squared, that's actually just 3/4 times itself. And 3/4 times itself, I'm now going to make my 6 into a fraction too. I multiply straight across the top. 3 times 3 gives me 9, straight across the bottom. 4 times 4 gives me 16. I now can cross reduce. I see that 6 and 16 are both even, so I can cut them both in half. And I can actually then multiply straight through the top, and 3 times 9 is 27. Straight through the bottom gives me 8. So my answer is 27 over 8, or I can simplify this and make it 3 and 3/8. And since we started with feet, that would be feet squared. So that would be my final surface area, just applying that surface area of the cube rule. Now we want to start moving on and deciding what do we do when we have shapes that are not rectangular prisms, are not as easy to work with. You've seen this adventure here. She's got her chunk of cheese. So I'm actually going to move over to this section of notes so we can draw on this a little bit easier. So what we see here is this prism is now determined by the shape that is the same on top and bottom. So again, if my smartboard will work with me, I have this shape, this triangle on the top, and my orientation's a little off, so forgive me for that. This triangle has the same shape on the bottom. It's not very pretty, but we have the same shape on top and bottom, which tells me that those are my bases. We have a triangular prism. So when we talk about the total surface area, we're still going to say that it's the lateral area plus 2 times the big B. So to find the lateral area, again, I start by looking at the perimeter all the way around this. So that perimeter, I've got an edge of 15 up here, an edge of 15 right there, and then a base of 10. So that perimeter is going to actually be the 15 plus the 15 gives me 30, plus another 10 gives me 40, times the height is always the distance between the bases. So here, that distance between the bases is this 6.5. Now we can break up this multiplication. 40 times a half is going to give me a 20. 40 times 6 is going to give me 240. When I add those together, I get 260, and that is my lateral area that I'm going to use, so I go ahead and put that in a box. Then to find my base area, we now are looking for the area of this base shape, which we see is a triangle. We know the area formula for a triangle is actually 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. So we see here for this big B, it's going to be 1/2 times little b times little h. Again, little b is the base of the triangle, little h is the height of the triangle. The base and the height of the triangle always have to be perpendicular. So I look here at the base of my triangle and here at the height of my triangle, and I see that they are in fact perpendicular. We can see based off that little square there. So my base is 10, my height is 14.1. So now when I multiply those together, I'm going to do the 10 and the 14.1 first because it's way easier. My big B becomes half of 141. and that is actually going to give me 70 and a half. But watch what's going to happen. When I plug that back into my surface area formula, I have my lateral area, which is 260, plus 2 times that big B, which since I'm going to multiply by 2, I could have just never cut that in half. If you can keep it straight, we know that since I had to cut this in half and now I'm going to double it, it's going to come out to be the same thing. So this will actually now be 260 plus 141, which is going to give me 401. Watch your units. We had centimeters up here, so we have centimeters squared. We're going to use this same knowledge to, sorry that's opening. We're going to use this same knowledge to work with shapes that are not as easy to work with. So to do that, we always want to look at how can I break up the shape. Sorry, my smartboard is disagreeing with me. How can I break up the shape into triangles? So I actually am going to stop this. I'm going to try to fix my smartboard, and I will come back with a part 3 video.